Hi everyone and welcome back to the Java class. So let us continue the journey to learn a Java database connectivity from MySQL database. In today's session, you will learn a very important topic that is known as a prepared statement interface. Along with it, you will also learn the difference between the statement and a prepared statement interface. So what is a prepared statement interface? Similar to a statement interface, this interface also present inside a java.sql package, or it extends the statement interface. It means the prepared statement interface can use all the methods of a statement interface. Generally, the prepared statement interface is used to execute dynamic queries. It means whenever you will take values from the user during runtime of a program, you can set those values as a parameterized SQL queries. Unlike a statement interface which builds SQL queries by concatenating strings, that is very prone to a SQL injection. In a prepared statement interface, it pre-compiles the SQL queries and let you safely set input values using placeholders. So let us see the working process of both the interface, like a statement and the prepared statement. So guys, we have already done multiple examples using a statement interface, and you have seen how to write a insert query. So this is a way to create a statement object, and this is a SQL queries to insert the data inside a employee data table. And you can see these data we are inserting like ID, name, and positions. So these data will come from the user, or here you will set all these data, ID, name, and positions along with your SQL queries. Means you will concatenate this data with your SQL queries as a string, and then you will call execute update method. So your query will be updated. So that is very prone to a SQL injection, right? So if you will compare this with a prepared statement, so you can see what is the query here. So simply you will write a SQL query, insert into employee. These are the name of columns, and here values are the question mark. So these are the placeholders, means these parameters you will set later, right? And inside a prepared statement, whenever you will create an object of a prepared statement interface, so you will call a function prepare statement and you will pass your SQL queries, but in a statement interface, you will not pass any SQL query. So statement interface is used to execute your static queries, and prepared statement is used to execute your dynamic queries, where the query parameters can be set dynamically after compilation of a query. It means the prepared statement interface pre-compile the SQL queries, and later you can set input values using a placeholder. So how to set, for example, you have entered here question mark 3 times. So you can use a setx method. So you will use a setx method. Xx means a data type. So for example, here you will see we have created a employee table inside a company database. So here the ID data type is int, the name is a varchar, the position is a varchar. So here you will use a pst.setInt. This is your column index 1. You will set the value, and this value can come from the user also, right? And in the similar way, pst.setString, you can pass a second column value, that is Alice. Third column value, you can pass the position that is a developer, or you can call a function execute update. So here the prepared statement is used to execute your dynamic queries, and it takes a pre-compiled queries. So if you will take a pre-compiled query, later you can set the parameter values and can improve the performance of your query. But in case of a statement interface, it it is used to execute a static query, and every time it compiles the query, so your performance will be slow. So let us understand with the help of an example how to perform the insert, update, or delete operations using a prepared statement interface. So let us move to the Visual Studio Code. Okay, so I have created a class that is a prepared statement example. So this class I have created. Along with it, I am using a class that is a database connection. So that is completely responsible to return a return an object of a connection interface. So this class is totally separated. Everywhere you can use this class in order to establish a connection, right? So you can use wherever it is required. So let us come back to the prepared statement example. So what I have done here, I have done little bit homework in it in order to save our time. So this is a way how will you take input from the user like ID, name and position. So let me just show you the data base. So this is a company database I'm using here. This database you will create in order to perform this example, and you will create a table inside it. So I will execute this query and you will just execute it. Your database is created. You can see this is a company database. Inside it, we have an employee table that contains 3 columns: ID, name, and position. Let us come back to your Java program. So these 3 values you will take from a user using a scanner class. So now inside a try block, I have created an object of a connection. I'm just calling this create connection function, which is present inside a database connection class. So you will create this one, right? So then we have done previously, we have created an object of a statement interface, and we have written these queries in order to perform some insert operations. But in today's session, you will learn how to perform how to use a prepared statement, right? So instead of using a statement, you will use a prepared statement interface, right? So I will remove this part, right? And this is a query. So I'm just making this query as a comment. So then we can see the difference between both queries. So here I will write an object of a prepared statement. So first we will create a query here. For example, you will write a string SQL is equal. So you will write an insert query, insert into your table name, insert into employees, and you will pass the name of the columns, name, ID, name, and position, right? So then you will use values, and values will be decided later. So here you will write a question mark, right? You will write a question mark. So these are the placeholders. So you will compile your query first, then later you can set the value of these parameters. It means the prepared statement interface is used to execute your parameterized query or a dynamic queries. So what will be the values of these 3 parameters? We don't know about it. That will be decided later, right? So now you will create an object of a prepared statement. Prepared statement PSTMT is equal connection dot prepare statement, or inside it you will pass your SQL query, right? So your prepared statement will pre-compile your SQL query, and later you can set the parameters for your variables like ID, name, and positions, right? So this part we have done. And how to set the value of ID, name, and position. So I already told you. So let me just remove this part. No need to remove it. Okay. So how to set the values of these parameters? So simply you will use the object of prepared statement dot set x x x. You will use. So first column, if you will see in your database, your ID is of integer type. So you will use a set int method. You will use pstmt.set int. You will use. Then you will pass a column index. Column is column number 1. Then the ID. So ID you will set. So that ID will come from the user, right? So this will come from the user. In the similar way, you can use pstmt.set. The second column value is a string type, and here you will pass a column number 2. Then the second value is a name, right? In the similar way, you will use pstmt.set string, and here you will pass the column number 3, and the third value is the position, right? So this is a way, guys, how can you set the parameters for your pre-compiled SQL queries. So here you are pre-compiling your SQL queries by passing inside a prepared statement method. So that will improve your performance. Whenever you will do multiple operations, multiple insert operations, the query will not compile multiple times. The query will be compiled only once, and you can set the values for these parameters dynamically, right? So your performance of your code will be improved, right? So after that, what will you do? You will just execute your query. So simply you will use pstmt.executeUpdate method. It will returns number of row affected, and if it is greater than 0, it will display a message record inserted, right? So REST code is the same. You can see the complete code, right? So I'm using the previous code here, right? So if you will use a statement interface, you will use this query, and I will tell you the drawback of this query also, right? So let us right click on it and run this program, and let's see what is the output of it. So the program is executing. Here we go. You can see it is asking the ID. You will pass employee ID is 1. You will pass the employee name. For example, the name is Amit, and the position is, you will write developer, right? So you will press enter. You can see what kind of message is coming. So let's see what is the error. So here the error, it is showing java.sql syntax error. You have an error in your SQL syntax. So it means there is some error in our query. We need to check what is the error in our query, right? So let's see what is an error. So here you can see inside execute update methods, we are passing your queries, which is not required. That is the beauty of your prepared statement interface. No need to pass your query. No need to compile your query again. It takes a pre-compile queries. So let us just remove this from here, and let me just run this. And let's see the program is executed or not. So here it is asking your employee ID is 1001. It is asking the name you will pass. Then you will pass position. You will pass developer. And you will see it is showing record inserted, means this success message is showing. You will go in MySQL data table and you will refresh your table, and let's see the record is inserted or not. So you can see the record is inserted. In the similar way, you can record or you can insert more record. Right click on it. You can insert more record inside it. ID is 1002. You will pass employee name is Kapil, and you will pass uh, position, you will write a professor. So you can see the record inserted successfully. You will refresh your table and you can see your data inside it. So guys, this is a way how to use a prepared statement interface, right? In order to perform a insert operation. So if you will compare this query, so this query is a little bit difficult because every time if you will use this query using a statement interface, this will compile multiple times in whenever you will perform multiple operations, right? And your performance of a program will be slowed down, right? And multiple times if you will just do it, you will do some mistakes in writing these single quotes and to concatenate these parameters along with these SQL queries. So if you are taking input from the user, so I will recommend you please use a prepared statement interface, right? So this is a way how to insert the data inside a data table using a prepared statement interface. In the similar way, you can perform the different operations like update, delete, or any other operations. So let us do how to perform the update operations. Okay, so let us see how to perform or how to update a particular record. So here I am just changing uh, uh, doing some changes in inputs. Enter a new name, right? Enter a new employee name. Enter a new employee position. So here rest, you will do the changes or change in your SQL query. Rest part will be the same. So here I will do a update query, right? So how will you use the update query? Simply you will use update. You will write a name of a table. Your table name is update employee, and I'm just writing the complete query, right? Okay, so this is your update query. Simple update employee, set the name is equal, that will come from the user, and you will pass this parameter later. Position is equal question mark, and where ID is equal this one. So whatever the ID corresponding to which ID you would like to update the data. So rest part will be the same. You will create an object of a prepare statement interface and you will pass your query. and you will use set int ID, name, and position. So you need to just remember one thing during update operations. So here your parameter sequence is the name, then position, and then ID. So in the same sequence you will write it. So here you will write this one, prepared statement. So I will remove this part from here. So prepared statement set string, your parameter index is a 1, parameter index is a 2, and then your third index is a ID, that is a parameter index 3. So please remember this sequence, otherwise your program may show some error, right? So this is a pstmt.set string. The first parameter is the name which you are trying to set, second is a position, and third you are using a ID, right? Rest part is the same. You will write record updated. So here you will write a message record updated. So this is your database. Corresponding to any ID, you can change the name and position. So let us run this program and you will see what is the output of it. Run Java program, and here it is asking corresponding to which ID you would like to update the name. For example, 1001, right? The name you would like to change. For example, you would like to change the name is Himani, and the employee position, right? So this is a typo error, please excuse us. So here position is, for example, that you will write a professor, right? And press enter. You will see what is the output, record updated. You will go to the MySQL data table. Let's see the record is updated or not. Right click and refresh it. You can see the ID 1001, name is Himani, and position is professional. So guys, this is a way how to perform the update operation. In the similar way, you can use and you can write a delete query. So how will you write a delete query? Let me just help you in this regard. So it is very easy also. So here you will write a simple string SQL is equal. So simply you will write a delete query. Delete query you will write. Okay, so this is your delete query. String SQL is equal delete from employees where ID is equal this one. So you will decide your ID later. And here you will just pass this query here. But right now you need to remove these parameters because we are taking one parameters only. So I will make this as a comment here. And here you will write pstmt.set and you will change this parameter. Sequence is the parameter number 1, right? So pstmt.set int parameter 1 ID. Corresponding to this ID, your record will be deleted. So here you will just write a message record deleted, right? And you will take only one input from the user. So rest part you can make as a comment. So I will make this as a comment. So you can see what I have done. So this is a program. So I'm just taking a ID from the user, and inside it, this is your delete query, and I am just setting one parameter only because one is required only. And this is if row is greater than 0, it will display record deleted and rest is completed. So let us run this program and you will see what is the output of it. Let us run this, and it is asking enter employee ID 1002 and press enter. You can see it is showing record deleted, and you can see inside a database how to just see this part. You can see there is no record corresponding to ID 1002. So guys, I hope you understand how to perform the different operations on a database like insert, update, or delete using a prepared statement interface. So if you are taking everything from the user, so I will recommend you to use a prepared statement interface. So along with it also, we have key differences between a statement and a prepared statement interface. So let us see that part also. So here, these are the key differences between a statement and a prepared statement interface. So statement interface is used to execute your static SQL queries or a DDL statement like a create, a table drop, or a select statement. So it cannot be used for non-parameterized DML operations. DML means data manipulation language like insert, update, or delete. Prepared statement is used to preferred to execute your pre-compiled SQL queries with the parameters, and it is ideal for repeated DML operations and user inputs. DML means data manipulation language, that is insert, update, or delete operations. Second one is the SQL query is passed as a string argument. You can see to the execute update methods each time. So every time you will compile your query, right? But here in the prepared statement, you will use a question mark as a placeholder that can be passed during object creation of and precompiled by a database. So during prepared statement, your query will be precompiled. That will help you to improve the performance of your queries, right? So performance statement, definitely it is a low performance because it recompiles the queries every time. But in a prepared statement, it doesn't recompile the query every time. So that's why its performance is high. So there is no need to recompilation. It will precompile your queries and only parameters change for a subsequent execution. Parameter you can change later. Parameterization means it requires manual string concatenation for dynamic values. So you have seen the query difference between statement and a prepared statement. In a prepared statement, you will use a set XX method that will be replaced with a particular data type. If your type is a string, you will use a set string. If your type is an integer, you will use a set int method. So guys, I hope you understand the difference between statement and the prepared statement interface, and you will be able to perform all the operations using a Java programming code. So please do a practice of it, and please write in the comment if you are able to do it. And please like and subscribe the channel. Enjoy the Java programming. In the next session, we will come up with a new video session. Thank you for watching. Bye bye for now. Have a great day.